this is Lida of ACC Global. Welcome once again to our live uni session. I would like to welcome and acknowledge our viewers, especially our onshore international students. Let's all learn together and get ready to change the world around you. Fun facts and trivia with this university, and hopefully you will get it right. 60 plus years of making change. Achieve an invaluable reputation for research and teaching excellence in a short 50 years and are consistently ranked in the world's top 100 universities. Number 55 in the World QS World University Rankings 2021, and a lot more. And from day one, this university sets you on the path to future success, and I borrowed a line from them. If you don't like it, change it. I'm talking about Monash University, and a member of Group of Eight, an alliance of leading Australian universities recognized for their excellence in teaching and research. And to help me answer all your inquiries and questions, let me introduce to you Alex Herrera, the Regional Manager of Student Recruitment and Admissions. How are you, Alex? Still working from home or back to office?
Hello, Lida. Well, thank you so much for the kind presentation and introduction. Yes, today I am working from home, as you can see, because I'm here in Melbourne. But it's still, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys, and hopefully we can answer some of the questions for students about Monash University.
Okay, thank you. So let's start, Alex, and go ahead with the presentation.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Can you see me? Can you see the presentation?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you again for the opportunity to be here with you today. As Lida said, I'm the Regional Manager for International Recruitment and Admissions. Monash University is the top 55 best world university according to the QS ranking of 2021. Also, Monash University is part of the prestigious Group of Eight, which is a very prestigious group here in Australia that has the best 8 universities in the country. This Group of Eight is an organization actually that has the best universities in Australia, and they focus on research for the Australian government and for the world. Monash University is the largest university in Australia. It has more than 85,000 students, and also the youngest university out of the Group of Eight. And in only 60 years, Monash University has become the largest university in Australia. Monash University has presence in many different parts of the world. Here in Australia, we have 4 campuses: Clayton, Caulfield, Parkville, and Peninsula. And outside of Australia, we have other campuses such as Malaysia. It's called Monash University Malaysia. And also recently, we opened a new campus in Jakarta, Indonesia. Also, Monash University has some research campus, such as one in China, in India, and in Italy. Here in Australia, we have 4 campuses. The number 1 campus, which is the biggest campus, is the Clayton campus. That's the campus that I work. We have more than 47,000 students in that campus, and we have more than 10 faculties, well, almost 10 faculties there. The other campus that is the second biggest campus in Australia will be the Caulfield campus, which is very nearby the Clayton campus, and we have more than 21,000 students. We have a campus that focuses on pharmacy and pharmacology, and that campus is in Parksville, and that is very nearby the city center in Melbourne, and also we have the Peninsula campus. Monash University is a very big university. Like I said before, the largest university in Australia. We have more than 86,000 students from 160 countries. We have more than 17,000 staff members. I am one of those staff members. And the breakdown of students 52% of the students are domestic students, 35% international students, and 13% offshore students, students that are outside of Australia. In terms of the rankings, so Monash University as a whole university, the entire university is 55 best in the world. However, some of the faculties or some of the programs within Monash University, they are in the best 50 best programs in the world. And that one makes Monash different from other universities. For example, for pharmacy and pharmacology, Monash University is the best 2 program in the world. That is very massive because number 1 in the world would be Oxford University, number 2 is Monash University, and number 3 will be Harvard University from the United States. So that's for you to see how prestigious Monash University is in the world. We have other programs too within the faculties that are in the top 20 best programs in the world, such as nursing, which is very, very popular program in the world. We are 15 best program in the world. Same with 15 in education. So if you want to be a teacher, Monash has the best program in Australia, together with Melbourne University. And in the world is 15 best program in the world. Same with civil and structural engineer, 23 in the world. And also Monash is very, very famous for medicine. So as you can see, the medicine program is 36 best program in the world. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures so you can be familiar on the Clayton campus, which is the biggest campus in Australia. You can see right there, that's the entry door of the campus. You're looking at the right is the learning and teaching building. So if you are looking to be a teacher, that's the building that you will go to. We have our own bus station inside of the campus, right in the foot door of the campus. So you can live anywhere in Melbourne, it will get you here to the campus. Another picture for you to see how the campus looks inside. There's a lot of green areas, very modern. This is another iconic building. This is called the Green Chemical Futures. In this building, they do a lot of research with sustainability and plastics, and people from different parts of the world, they come here. This is a very famous building for biomedical technology in Monash. So if you are a student that are studying medicine, that you will come to this building. Another iconic building will be the New Horizon Research Building. People from all over the world, they come to this building to do different types of research in sustainability as well, in terms of engineering. Students that they do PhDs, they study in this building as well. We have an agreement with the Yale University from the US. They do student exchange programs that come and do research in this building. If you're going to be an engineer, this is your building. This is called the Woodside Building for Technology and Design. This is my favorite building in Monash University Clayton campus, because this building it has the big majority of the energy is run by the solar energy. We also have Alexander Theatre building. They do a lot of shows and events, including a jazz club as well. And this is the building that I was telling you before, the Learning and Teaching Building, which is a very big building for students to become teachers. Okay, Monash University also offers a campus in Malaysia. It's the same university, just like us. It's nothing different. The only difference is that they have a campus in Malaysia with more than 8,400 students from 78 countries. And also they have different faculties that you can choose from. In terms of Melbourne, I'm pretty sure that for the students that are studying on shore, you're very familiar on how Melbourne is famous in the world. But let me just say that Melbourne was chosen to be the most livable city by 7 consecutive times, 7 consecutive years. This year is a little bit different. I believe we're number 8, and Auckland, New Zealand is number 1. But Melbourne is a very convenient city. is the food capital of Australia. You know, very European city, and we have very good transportation, and the and the environment as well that we have is very good, with beach and a lot of parks, and very safe. Monash University also offers Monash College. So for the students that are not able to meet the entry requirements to have direct entry into Monash University, this is the other option. So basically, Monash College is a pathway college. You come to Monash College if you're not able to meet the entry requirements to Monash University. Monash College offers diplomas and foundation courses that will help you to get the entry requirements that you need into Monash University. The foundation course will guide you through all the 10 faculties, including medicine and pharmacy and pharmacology, and also a diploma. Diploma is offered in part 1, which this is if you are not able to meet the entry requirements of Monash University, you can take a part 1 diploma, and that will get you entrance into 8 faculties, and also will allow you to get entry to the first year of Monash University. If you are able, depending to your entry requirements, if you're able to take part 2 diploma, this diploma will allow you to get into the second year of Monash University. Also, Monash University offers English courses for students that don't meet the entry requirements into Monash University, so that will help you to take some extra English courses. In terms of the degrees that Monash University offers, we offer different kinds of degrees. You know, we started from the comprehensive degree, which is a bachelor's degree of 3 years. We have different courses that offer this, which is the big majority of the courses. But also Monash University offers double degrees. So basically you can take 2 degrees and make it 4 years instead of 6, okay? Monash University is very famous for the honors programs. We do have a lot of honors programs, such as the Bachelor of Engineer is an extra year into the bachelor, which makes a bachelor's to be an honors bachelor's. And this helps students to get into different programs later on for master's degrees and PhDs. The entry requirements for Monash University, it varies, but it's very, very standard for what a university requires. So for direct entry, you need to have year 12 or equivalent, according to the Australian year 12. If you're not able to have that, then there are other options that you can take, but basically that's the number 1 option that we take. For students that study outside of Australia, they have different international curriculums that they can take, such as an IB course or SAT or ACT. There are different ways to get into the programs. If you don't have any of those, then you will have to do a Monash College entry requirement. Also, there are some English entry requirements, such as IELTS, and the minimum IELTS that you need for a Monash University program is 6.5. If you don't meet the entry requirements for English, then again, you'll have to do a Monash College first. These are the international curriculums that I was talking about. We do accept IB diplomas, GCE A levels, SAT, AP, and ACT. If you are a student that did your high school in the US, we also accept that from accredited American high school diplomas, or basically the famous ACT. We accept that as well, and APs and ACTs. For English requirements, like I said before, the majority of the courses, they will require a minimum of 6.5 in IELTS, with a minimum of 6.0 in all bands. It will depend, again, on the course that you're taking. For example, medicine, it will require 7 on IELTS. We also accept different other kinds of tests, such as TOEFL and Pearson, which are pretty famous in the world. For semesters, so We do have a 2 semesters in 2 intakes per year, which will be February and then July. So that's the nearest intake that is coming out in July. And this year, Monash University was able to open an October intake, which is something new. And we do have different programs that are offered for the October intake of 2021. In terms of the scholarships, we'll talk more about this later on, but there are quite a few different options for scholarships. However, Monash University is offering a study grant of 10,000 Australian dollars for students that are willing to study, that enroll into 2021 intakes for Monash University, and for Monash College, for students that are able to qualify for 8,000 Australian dollars for the first year of studies for Monash College University. Monash College for 2021 intakes. These are the 10 faculties that we offer at Monash University. We offer arts, design, architecture, art, social sciences and humanities, business, education, engineer, information technology, law, medicine, nursing and health sciences, pharmacy and pharmaceutical science, and science. If you know about Monash University is well known in Australia and in the world for having the best engineer programs. Monash is famous for engineer. So if you are planning to be an engineer, Monash is the best university in Australia to choose engineer programs. Monash is also very famous for the medicine programs. So if you want to be a doctor, medicine will be another program that is very popular. However, we will talk more about this in details. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex, for that very informative presentation. I have questions here, and kindly help me enlighten. What are the next available intake for Monash University? And I know you mentioned it earlier, but just clarification. Are there any incentives for students that enroll for the next intake in 2021?
Yes, so thank you very much. The next intakes that are available for students in 2021 will be July. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. They have until July 20th to enroll. Then we will have the October intake that is coming up very soon. And this is a new intake. We didn't have that before. And for people that are willing to start their studies this year, for those intakes, either July or October, Monash University is offering an incentive, which is a study grant. And this study grant is worth 10,000 Australian dollars for the first year of studies. All you got to do is to be able to be accepted into any program, well, the majority of the programs at Monash University. And if you get an offer letter, then you're eligible to get a study grant for Monash University. However, some programs are not offered for the study grant. They're not eligible. And I will encourage you to consult AECC Global to see which programs are not eligible for this program. For Monash College, we do offer $8,000 Australian dollars for the first year of studies. And this is basically for foundation and diploma courses. Again, these are eligible only for 2021 intakes.
Wow, awesome. And take note on that, students. Okay, for my second question, is the whole term delivered online or face-to-face? And what are the benefits of studying online due to the border closure?
Excellent. This is a good question that we get all the time for students because of what's happening with COVID. So if you are onshore, if you are a student here in Australia, you are able to go to campus normally, taking all the precautions, of course, that the government tell us. And you have the opportunity to go to campus and do your studies there. But if you are outside of Australia and you have to do your classes online, and what does that mean? If you are online, any country in the world, you'll be able to have access to your courses online through different ways. For example, the courses are offering pre-recorded sessions, and those pre-recorded sessions you can watch them from home, or also you can be live depending on the time zone to be listening to some of the classes online. There's a lot of benefits with this because you are doing your course from home. And once the border is open, then you're able to come here to Australia and continue your studies that you started from home. The benefits of this is that you will be able to save a lot of money, because if you're studying from home for a year, for example, you'll be saving around 30 to 40,000 Australian dollars for the first year when you move here to Australia. So that means you will be able to save money, number one. Number two, you can study from home, and you will get all the support that you need from the faculty, and also another program that we have inside of Monash University is called Monash Connect. They will be able to help you on how to do your classes online. You will be able to do this from your home. And another thing that I always tell to students, when you move to Australia, you have to face a lot of different things to get used to, okay? You need to get used to the country, the transportation system, the campus, your friends, trying to find a job. There are many, many different factors that takes your time away from what you need to be concentrated, which is your studies. When you are at home, you don't have to worry about any of those things. You just have to worry about one thing, which is study. So by the time when you move back to Australia, when the borders are open, you'll be able to be adjusted to the Australian education system already. So by the time when you come to Australia, you just have to focus on the other things, because you will already have a big part of your studies done, which makes life so much easier once you come here. So it will not be such a shock as when you come here for the first time. You need to get used to all of those things.
Absolutely, I agree with that. What is the most in-demand course at the moment at Monash University? And kindly elaborate more why.
Thank you. Yes, so the engineer programs have always been very, very famous here at Monash University, because we offer different type of engineer programs. So basically, the engineer program will go, it's a bachelor's of engineer honors, and that's a 4 years program. And what it is your first year of studies, everybody will do a bachelor's degree in engineer, which is the general engineer course. And then in your second year, you will be able to do your specialization for the next 3 years. Specializations will vary. There's different options that you can choose from. The most popular will be the civil engineer program, and that's something that people do for the next 3 years until you complete your 4th year. Another program that is very, very famous is the medicine program. It's a bachelor's degree in medicine, and basically, for students that are looking into become a doctor, Monash University has the best program, because you don't have to do any pre-studies in Monash University. So for example, you don't have to do a 3 years bachelor's degree to later on get into the doctor's program. You get direct entry into the program, and you will do a total of 5 years to become a doctor. And after that, you just have to do a residency of 2 years. Some other universities, the program is longer. So you have to do 3 years bachelor's, and then plus 4 years. If you pass the bachelor's, then you'll be able to enroll into the doctor's program, which is another 4 years. However, in Monash, it's not like that. Monash, you get direct entry into the program. You become a doctor after 5 years of studies and 2 years of residency, and that's it. So that's why it's so popular. There's a high demand in that. High demand in nursing courses as well. As you know, you have to put your application in advance because there are limited spots available within the program. And also we have students that they want to be teachers. So especially the onshore students. Onshore students are looking into become teachers, like high school teacher. Monash University has the best program in Australia to do that. So that's why it's so in high demand. And not only that, if I can say more, out of the 10 faculties, another very popular faculty is the law faculty, because if you have ever seen here in Melbourne, the Victorian Court, And Monash University has a replication of the court. We do have that. We call it the moot court in Monash Clayton, and that's a replica of the court of the Victoria Court, which is millions and millions of dollars to be able to do that. And students can actually study and do their practices within that court in Monash in Clayton. So all those things are pretty amazing, and out of all the other programs that Monash University is offering.
Okay, thank you for that very detailed information. And then, Alex, is there any possibility for a lower initial deposit for now?
Yes, so Monash University at the moment is taking 25% deposit, which is really good. And also, the best thing out of this is if you are eligible for the study grant for 2021, you can count that money towards the deposit. So if you got 10,000 Australian dollars for your study grant, then you can put that towards your 25% deposit, which makes life so much easier.
Okay, noted on this. And any information that you can add up with a scholarship?
Okay, with the scholarship, we have different options for scholarships. The best way to do that is there is a website in Monash University for scholarships. And this website, you will be able to enter your information, and that will tell you which scholarship you'll be able to qualify according to your profile.
Okay,
so you can look at Monash University scholarships on the website. That will give you all the information about the website.
Okay, thank you on that. And what are the most popular courses with Monash, and what is your selling points for students to choose over other universities?
Okay, so Monash University as a whole is a prestigious university, like I said before. Wherever you go in the world, your bachelor's or master's degree will be recognized in the world for being part of one of the best universities in Australia. The campuses as well, like I showed you before, they are very well equipped campuses. The faculties, the buildings are just amazing buildings, that you will be able to have first class education, quality education. And every program out of the 10 faculties have their own selling points, like for example, the business faculty, they have triple accreditation programs. So they've been accredited 3 times. We have one of the best MBA programs in the world that is famous. Wherever you go, you will be recognized with that degree. Also, Monash University, one of the best things that has is the connection that you will have in Monash University. So that means Monash University will train you and will give you good access to be able to do your internship or placements in the best companies in the world. And that's the number one thing that you're going to get from Monash University. Not only your studies and your education, but also the connection that you will get to get a job in the workplace with the best universities. With
cool.
The best companies.
Yeah, cool and awesome. Any special promotions that you can give to the students that are watching this live session?
Yes, besides the study grants that we are offering, so like I said before, go and meet with ACC Global office. They have different offices here in Australia. You can go and meet with them, make an appointment with them, and if you do that, please let them know that you were able to watch this session today, and Alex said that you can get a application waive. So I'll be happy to waive the application when you submit it, and also will help you to be eligible for the study grant as well.
Lovely. And before we end up the session, may I know, Alex, if you have additional information to our viewers that you have not mentioned earlier?
Well, thank you again for the opportunity today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Look, it's a very honor for me to be part of Monash University. This is something that we carry within ourselves, like most of you students are very proud of coming from a different country, like myself, and you take that pride with you. Same with Monash University. The students they have that pride of being part of Monash University, which is one of the best universities in the world, and for example, if you are a student that is studying trying to study pharmacy that I didn't mention before, pharmacy or pharmacology, you will have a guaranteed best program in Australia and number two best program in the world. So take that opportunity. You're here in Australia, do it. This is the best program that you're going to do. Don't wait until next year because the borders are closed. You will have a lot of benefits by studying from home, and you will save a lot of money, and you will take your career to the next level. So when the border is open, then you will have a lot of things ahead already. You will be well prepared, and you will be able to continue your studies here in Australia.
Thank you so much once again, Alex, for your time, for the inputs and knowledge that we are learning today. No doubt at all, choose Monash as your university of choice. And to everyone, if you still have questions, clarifications, and wanted to inquire for a course at Monash University and Monash College, kindly visit the nearest AECC Global office and feel free to message us through our website, aeccglobal.com.au, or Facebook, or even to our Instagram account. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.